This template is organized around the 6E model, and in this video it is displayed in Canvas. However, it's also available in Moodle, and you can use the same model in other learning management systems as well. But in the template you'll see that each module begins with an introduction page, followed by each of the 6 E's, and concludes with a conclusion page. So let's take a look at each of these pages in more detail. The introduction page really just is the context for the module. It sets the module forward and provides an overview, a list of the concepts and competencies, what students should know and be able to do. Also provides a list of the vocabulary and resources that may be needed for students to participate actively in the module. So in the template, if you're a teacher who's building the module out, you would start with the introduction page. You would edit that page to customize it with information about your module. Then comes each of the 6 E's, and each is on a separate page. So the Engage page is where you're allowing students to uncover what they already know or think about a topic and begin to question it, and you're also sort of piquing their curiosity. And you can do that through activities that you see here. These are just some suggestions, such as a mind map or a KWL graphic organizer, or surveying students with an agree or disagree, quick survey, asking students to write a letter. So these are all ways that you can engage or hook your students early on. So what you would do in the template is edit this page. This information is here for you just for reference. So you would remove this information, delete it out, and replace it with your own Engage activity. So you'll create an activity which gives your students an opportunity to connect with the topic and activate their prior knowledge. Then moving on to the Explore stage, this is where you would provide a set of experiences for your students to begin to develop those understandings. And so during this stage, during these activities, the students are really relating and observing, making some mental pictures, and beginning to build up on those questions. So ways that you can offer students to explore a concept is through lab work or simulations, or perhaps it's a video or a series of videos that you provide for them, or a virtual field trip. So again, you would remove the information on this template page and replace it with your own set of Explore activities. Next, students have an opportunity to explain, because they certainly begin to develop a deeper understanding when they discuss a concept or an idea with others. So this is a discussion board activity, and so you would edit this discussion board page and replace the information here with a thought-provoking, open-ended prompt or some directions for your students so that they can begin to discuss the topic. And so they might be answering your prompt or addressing your prompt, or they might be posting questions of their own and responding to one another. Following that is the Elaborate stage, and this is set up as an assignment, which just means that you're giving students the opportunity to demonstrate their understanding or to apply their understanding to a real-world concept. That could be through a problem that they solve, a world problem, or it could be through a project or a product that they create. Then comes the Evaluate stage, and during the Evaluate stage, you're giving students a chance to demonstrate their knowledge. And in the template, it's in the form of a quiz, a very traditional quiz. However, you could add to or replace the Evaluate template quiz with a project or a different type of assessment. You'll notice that in earlier steps, they all could also be used or are a form of formative assessment. So, where students are beginning to discuss concepts, build products about those concepts, and explain things to one another, you can be using all of those as a form of formative assessment as well. Final stage is the Express stage, where students are writing and reflecting on their experience throughout the entire learning process. They could do that through an online journal in your learning management system that they keep returning to make the next reflection, or they could be keeping an offline journal, like in a word processing document or an actual hands-on notebook. Of course, students can also express themselves other ways or in additional ways, like through drawing so express is the final stage. So the length of each module is really up to you. A module could be developed for a whole unit of instruction, or a module could be developed for a particular lesson or project. The research behind the original 5E model supports the 5Es being used for an entire unit rather than a small lesson, but really how you use this template to construct your learning is up to you. You may only need one of these modules for a specific idea in your class and to give students a chance to explore a big idea related to other things that you're doing. Or you may need a whole set of these modules if students are going to return to learn this way about other concepts in your class. And you can certainly set up the modules to be competency-based using the tools in your learning management system.